Hello and welcome once again to the den in the lovely, almost springtime here in Hinckley. It's lovely and wonderful and uplifting. So we have the Metro, the world's most famous Metro Turbo. So as you can see, it's outside. It is running and driving. As you can see, the hydroelastic suspension is kind of in 4x4 mode at the moment. So we're just having a bit of a play around with that. We want to do some miles, let everything settle in because it's all new, all reconditioned, all been apart. So we're going to let it settle in a bit and then we can just drop it to where we're happy. So we're going to be doing some miles in this now and then we're going to be getting it booked into the rolling road. So yes, very excited to have this outside and moving under its own steam. And I think Jamie's got a little bit of B-roll footage of it driving, which is quite exciting. So we'll drop that in. So we're going to go straight inside and we had a lot of very sort of kind, positive comments. We talked about my bike the other week. So this is now on the road and I took it out for a spin last night. First time I've ever ridden it and I've only had it for 2.5 years. Absolutely awesome, loads of torque, sounds amazing and was basically faultless on a quick road test. So really happy with that. And passed the MOT with flying colours, which is also a bonus. So we'll do a little bit of B-roll because it sounds amazing. Big 500 4-stroke single with the twin pipes. So yes, very pleased with that indeed. That little bonus for myself. The 504 work's continuing with getting the pipe work done, and Matt is starting on the installation of the battery going into the boot. So we've got a battery tray for a standard 063 size battery, which is very common battery on sort of mid-sized cars. That's going in the back. There you go, mate. So, oh Jesus!
Somebody was picking on your 6-inch centre part.
My baldness. Yes, I can't actually see what it is. No, so I'm hoping it's all right because I don't know what it is.
You can't tell.
Can you not?
No.
Cool, thanks man, I appreciate it. You're kind, good to me. So we've measured up for the battery cables, the battery tray's going in as I say, and as I've spoken about before, it frees up that inner wing space. We've got a new heat shield coming, which is an OE factory one for this Z-Tech in the correct orientation. And then Luke has also now mounted the coil away from the exhaust manifold, so that's also on the inner wing. And we shall be getting some bespoke HT-leads made up for that to get that plugged back in. So that's where we are up to on the Peugeot. Coming around this way, the Mk1 Golf. Guys have been busy on the Mk1 Golf. So at the moment, Luke is reinstalling a radiator. So we're doing a radiator on it. We subsequently changed the thermostat and the fan switch. So we found, even after we'd flushed the cooling system through, the radiator was quite full of silt still. And the fan switch wasn't working. So having spoken to the customer, we advised him to change the radiator and the fan switch. So we're doing that at the moment. While that's out, Luke has given the lower panel just a really good clean up, just because it was a bit old and grubby, nothing really specific, but just nice to give these things a bit of a love up while you can get to them. So Luke's on with that at the moment. Then that'll be going back together and we can give it another good road test. Just check the cooling system on that is all operational. As is so often the case, the customer's brief, one of the things the customer briefed us was just that he can use it and just have some faith and confidence in the car that you can just go out and use it without worrying too much about. The reliability and the overheating. The temperature gauge didn't work on this car because the sender on the water outlet on the top of the head didn't work, or it kind of worked periodically, so sometimes it would go full and then it would go to cold again. So we put a new one on, so we know what the temperature gauge, we know what the temperature is doing now that we know the gauge is good and the sender's good. So Luke's getting on with that, which is excellent. Customer popped in last week actually, really lovely guy, had a good chat and he had a look around the car. And I think I mentioned before, once we're done with this is going to head over to Retropower for a bit of body and some paintwork, and we'll be doing a switcheroo with the Vanquish, which I think they're finishing off at the moment, so that will do a quick turnaround very soon. Then the Lexus is kind of looks boxed up, so we're doing more miles in that. That's all very good. Still waiting for a clock spring for the steering, but otherwise we're very, very close on that, which is fantastic. Then the little Riley Elf over here, we are well underway with getting the cooling system back together. So I think I went through the parts last week, so they're all now on the car. I just need to pop the alternator back on, get this run up, get it warmed up and see where we are with the temperature. And then I can program the ECU on this to control the fan by PWM. So we've got a little flyback diode on there with a solid state relay to help with that. That's all wired in and installed. And then we've got a sandwich plate under the thermostat now, and we're going to do some back-to-back testing between having the drilled out 74-degree thermostat and a thermostat delete blanky plug thing, and see how we go with the temperature, see what the temperature is doing, and see how it responds to having the fan on PWM. So the fan will come up slowly rather than it just being on or off. It'll come up slowly as the engine warms up, just to manage the temperature more smoothly rather than it just getting to a temperature, the fan comes on and it drops down, and then it gets warm again, the fan comes on, you kind of end up with these peaks and troughs. It'll hopefully just soften that out a bit and have a smaller wavelength of temperature adjustment as it goes, or temperature change at the top end, which is what we need for this car for when it's stationary. So that's all very good. So I'm very pleased with that. And then we're going to be looking at rerouting some of the fuel lines that go over the top of the engine, just to tidy up that a bit. And we're looking at the heater hoses and having a heater bypass as well. So that's all work in progress. Chatting with the customer about that, so that's all very good. Otherwise, we are resolving an issue with the brake caliper on the MGF, which is all good. And I think that's about it from the workshop this week. The Skyline, we are doing a couple of bits on that. So it always seems quite an innocuous thing, but the gear knob on this, when the customer brought in, was loose and held on by grub screws that didn't really work. And actually he purchased another sort of JDM gear knob that he wanted us to fit. And we actually found that the thread on the top of the gear stick was destroyed and half of it was missing, which is why it wasn't on properly. The new gear knob is a different thread anyway, so the guys down at Retropower, I think George is doing it, it's turning up a little boss to be able, so we can fit that gear knob onto the car for him. But it's one of those, the touch points in the car are always so important for a good driving experience. And we actually had another customer, it was the Lister Le Mans, the XJS Lister. The customer, the first thing on his list was that the gear knob was rattling, which we have rectified. Don't trust you. Which is rattling, and it's one of those things that when you're in the car, it's something you notice all the time and can detract from the overall driving experience. So we're doing that for him. Then he's going to come and get this next week. He's going up to the Smith and Sniff Live, if there's any Smith and Sniff viewers or listeners. They've got a live show next week, so he's going to take this up and then he's going to drop it back and we can carry on doing some other work on it. So I think that really is it for now. And I shall say have a lovely week. Thank you very much for watching. Do enjoy your comments. We read them all, hence why I've got something on my head, which I still don't know what it is. I'm going to take it off in a minute. And we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.